Hi guys, welcome back to Salesforce courses. Last time in this episode we tried to deploy the Steuerberater Belege. I already did it. It was in German, so it is deployed by now, and by now I need to make sure that everything is fine. And by this I just go to make sure that the corresponding tool is working. I'm not going to prove everything because I'm only one guy, and I'm just trying to have a look on this. So let me see. I will go for the Google for the ID. And we will make sure that everything is going to be in here, right? What we're going to do is, let me see if something is in there. I think there's nothing in there. Oh man. Okay, got it. Something is in there. Good to know. It's this one. Okay, something is already in here. That's okay. I think, but it is giving me the folder anyway. But in here we will able to verify if this is working, right? So what we're gonna do, we will create a new delete, I would say, and we will create a new file just to make sure that everything is fine. We will just create a new file like this, and we only want to make sure that this file is going to be transmitted. Yeah, let's say US108 and mine is test. Yeah, it's test data. We will have the ID in here, and exactly with this ID I will go and make everything fine. So what we're going to do, we will take the ID itself, and with the ID we go to the mapper. We're putting in one random folder, I would say, just a test, and we are handing it in now. The title is gonna be something, something, yeah. Something. Just need to make sure that everything is being in here, and also the URL text. Let's try to save this. I think we're not gonna be fine now, but we need to copy this and put it into here. Let's save this one. And by now we created a good beleg. So what we're gonna do, we will take on the Steuerberater beleg. Let's say we have proven it, and we have had to change it, right? So the beleg is for the maybe another month, let's say for April, and it is going for maybe Finanzamt, yeah? Then we'll say save. Yeah? And by now, if we change it, if we accept the Steuerberater kind, then we're gonna be fine, and everything should be working actually. This is already working. That is what we proved by now. The Google ID itself is also in there, but in the background something is happening by now. And actually the beleg is gonna be moved by now. You have the virtual folder ID. Yeah, we will copy this. The virtual folder, we will go into the folder, paste. and this is going to be fine, as you can see. And actually, it didn't change to the other folder. No, it's not really working, I would say. In the other environment, it is working properly well. In this environment, I don't know, it's not really. Let's go to this 21. No. 21 is not working. No. Go to the other one. I think it's not in there. And by now we need to go, and do it again, because something is wrong in the system. But maybe we are just going to create a new folder for this. I think then it's going to be fine. So you can see we have the Finanzamt, and at least this is going to be created. Let's say we're changing this one to root, since this one. Yeah, let's make an archive, and we are going to create a new folder for this. Let's say Steuerberater Prot, enter. Then we're going to the label, and we are just doing it in here. I think it's working better then. We didn't use the tool before, so we can do this. It's not a big deal. What we're going to do by now is we're taking back. Let's say we are taking back the folder itself. The folder needs to be switched back, maybe. So it's not accepted. We are taking out the folder ID and we are saving this. And this is already existing. That is going to be fine, but we need to go to the folders itself. We need to change the Buchungsordner. Maybe change it back to test or something. Yeah. Save it back. Also, we would need to refresh the folder itself, so we would need to delete the folder, as it is somewhere it shouldn't be in, and that's why we can delete this. Yes, delete the folder. And now it's going to be created again. If we could just go to Steuerberater annehmen, and let's go to it's angenommen. Then we the algorithm is creating a new folder again, and now it should create some folders in here again and again. And if you're not making any mistake, then we should have a good folder structure in here actually. For sure it's taking some time. Let's go to the virtual folder ID itself. It already has been created, so we can go to the folder. But the folder is not going to be changed into the other folder. I don't know, it's not going to be changed anyway. But maybe I just need to wait a little bit. The folder is not going to changing its position actually. Let's put the file back into this folder. Delete this folder. And we are deleting also this folder, and we are changing it back. As you can see, it is not working right. Test cannot be deleted actually. Okay, the beleg will be deleted then, my bad. Let's go to the recycle bin and just recover this, yeah? Okay, we restored this, my bad, that is not what we wanted to do. We wanted to restore the beleg. Okay, the beleg is gone, my bad. Okay, let's create a new beleg. And let's make sure it's gonna be fine. Now we already know the system, but we're trying to save it and then we can copy it, yeah? After copying, yes, we paste it and then we're gonna have the right beleg, I would say. Let's go to custom labels. Yeah? Let's make sure that the Steuerberater Beleg is really the Steuerberater. Okay, let's go for Steuerberater minus prod. My bad, not this one, like the deployment's backup. Ah, okay, I have put the wrong ID in here, that's why it didn't work. As you can see, the first sign wasn't in there, so let's make sure that everything is fine. One at the R at the end. Yes, okay. One at the beginning, R at the end, it's gonna be fine. So what we gotta do is we will restore the beleg and we will verify everything. Yeah. Let's go for the last month. Let's say April, and let's say yes, and let's say this one is going to be bank. Yeah. Now we are not taking on. At first we need to save this, and now everything is prepared, and by now we just need to take it on, and it should create some folders in here, and also it should move the document. As you can see, it is changing, but it didn't create properly. But in my opinion, it's not a big deal because we can handle this. We need to make sure that everything is in there anyway. Yeah, and that is going to be the actual folder anyway. Yeah? Let's say we can take it on because it's going to be fine. 2021. And we make sure that this is gonna be fine. Yes, we need to move the resulting folder. Yeah, by now it's gonna be fine. I think it's okay. It's a good one, and then we are able to have the corresponding data in there. Okay, in my opinion, it's going to be fine. So we verified this. If we want to have another functionality, we should go for another user story, I would say. Yeah? At this point, I'm alone, so I don't need any documentation or something. I know everything, and this should be fine. This has been done in May, okay. The May bank, This is actually a little bit strange, because I have this date here, and it didn't take the right date, actually. No, then I cannot accept this for sure. It is the plot to prod, that's fine. So we cannot accept the tests. Let me go back to dev.tiny2, because I think the tests were very fine in there. And this is what we just want to make sure. Okay, let's go for dev.tiny2. Let's log into dev.tiny2. And actually everything in there should be fine, yeah? So let me see which folder we have and which kind of data we have actually. So just to remind you, we go into the labels. We're getting this one. So we just change to this folder so that we can have a look on this, what is going to be in there. And as you can see, we have the right structure in here. So actually we want to make sure that everything is fine in the production environment. Yeah? First of all, I will delete this one. Yeah? So to make sure that everything is fine in there. Then I will go to the Belege itself. And we'll change back one Beleg. Okay, I think I moved to the bin, but it's okay. I will do it like this, save. And in the meantime, I will open up the console. And the console I will have overview of what is happening in there. Let's take it on again. It's the Ausgangsrechnung. But by now it should create some folders in here. Other future, yeah, it's doing it. And it's a little bit strange because it is doing it in here, but not in the production environment. Other deployment. Exactly in here it is doing what it should do. By now it's moving the. Is it moving? Maybe not finished yet. Let's make sure if we have a future method yet. So we go to the batch jobs. It's about jobs. It's completed, but it didn't change anything. I think it's not a big deal because the file was not there. That's why it didn't do anything. Yeah? So let's put it away. Let's create a new test data. It's gonna be our It's gonna be our second test data. That's why it's gonna be test 2. We need the right ID. So we don't have any use for this one now. We can change it. We are in a testing environment, so we can do it. Maybe later on we shouldn't do it, but in this case it's going to be fine. And also let's say no, to make sure that the algorithm is not firing. Now we must accept this as yes, but the steuerberater Beleg is not accepted. And by now, exactly by now, we will accept the Beleg. Steuerberater annimmt, take it on, save it, and then by now it will create the folders, will move the file. Not doing anything. Okay, maybe it recognized that it's not the right folder or not the right Beleg, so let's go for this. Okay, let's take it to I didn't change the accepted one. Okay, my bad. By now it should do something. Okay, it's creating the folder. That's great. And actually in this phase, somebody has said, okay, deploy to prod, but then they say, something is not working. Actually in the development part, it is working. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Maybe I should also create a new file. This file. We're gonna test number 3. Let's copy this. Let's clone this Beleg. We will go to, let's say, yeah, we're not accepting this yet. That's why we we are not saving this because we need to get the ID for sure. The ID is gonna be pasted, and now we have another ID in there. My bad. Let's go for this ID actually. Copy this. Okay, take out the beleg ID for sure. And then we're gonna go like putting in the beleg ID and save. Yeah. Now we created a new beleg, and the beleg is gonna be our object for steering it, and we will just take on the Steuerberater art and take it into the white one. So it's already going to be Ausgangsrechnung, but let's say it's going into the bank. Let's say save, and then should okay, this is angetragen. Let's say save, and it should move to the bank by now. Yeah, let's move it to the bank by now. Oh, I think it's just verifying the first few signs. So it's not white, but or I just didn't wait enough. Yeah, I didn't wait enough, but it will move this anyway. It will go to May for sure because we last modified it this month. Now we move it to February, and then we have something like bank, test 3 in there, and also the Ausgangsrechnung in there. In here, it's fine. Yeah, in our development environment, it's fine. But actually, in this environment, it's not going to be fine. So, let's go one step back into the UAT if this is going to be working in UAT or not. And for sure we must make sure, we have to make sure that it's going to be working in UAT already. If it is not working in here, then we didn't test it properly. Yeah? Let's say we are going into the corresponding label or the corresponding folder. So first of all, we need to go to the label. And we're getting the right folder in here. Paste, enter. This is going to be the right folder, but it is, oh, that's a prod folder, my bad. I don't want a prod folder actually, because it's the UAT, and okay, I derived it from UAT, that's why. It's not a big deal. So let's say go to the Steuerberater UAT. And copy this, yeah? We just changing the label. Paste, save. Now we change the label to the correct one, as you can see here. First of all, let's say we are making like this, like a backup. Let's make a backup, and we're going to be fine. So the same procedure. Let's create a new file. Bay test 4. Let us take the ID. And what we're going to do is we will just create a new beleg in here. I think we don't have the right HTTP connection in here. That's why I need to have a look on the connections, I think. No? Okay, we have some data in here, that's why. Okay, no, that's fine. That's okay. The right data isn't there. We also have some Belege, I think. Oh yeah, a couple, I think. Yes, we have. But what I need to get is a new Beleg. That's why I go from here to the Mappe, hit next. I will create a new Beleg, like a test folder, the date, the title, the Beleg art, the time, the source, the status. Yes, it has to go to the tax advisor. And then let's say we're just getting in a Beleg URL. Paste, try to save. Actually, I don't know why it's taking so much time, but let us. Yes. Now the validation rule is gonna be hit. Go to copy, position 1, paste. Hit save. Now we're gonna, we are fine. As you can see, nothing happened in here, that's okay. Also a spelling mistake. Not a big deal, okay. The Beleg itself, we need to take it on. Now we just need to verify the date. The date is gonna be for, let's say, April again. Yes, it had to be verified, and now we need to save this. And what we're gonna do is we just take it on, and we just getting it for this one, yeah, for the Eingangsrechnung. Let's say that's a Beleg for the Eingangsrechnung. That's why we let's say save. And now it should create the folders. Yeah, it should create, but it's not creating correctly, right? As you can see, it's not creating correctly. Yeah. So as you can see, something in the deployment has gone wrong, and now we should make sure, or should have a look on what exactly has been wrong in the deployment. By now, we are taking the deployment from yesterday. We're just going to UAT, and we're making a backup, yeah, from today, because that's all the data we deployed. Now we are just making a backup from this and going exactly into this, into the folder itself. That's exactly what I've done. This is what we deployed. We need to make sure that we don't mess up anything. That's why I make a copy of this. We got a backup, so we're gonna open it in a new window, and the backup is gonna open a new package. Also in here, I want to make sure not to mess up anything. Unpackaged on the right side. This unpackaged on the left hand side. This cannot be about the quick actions because nothing has been wrong in there, but in the classes can be something different. Yeah? Okay. Actually, something has not been deployed. Why is that? As you can see here, it has not been deployed properly, right? And just because it has not been deployed, I think we should deploy it again. Let's have a look on not to validate it, but deploy it already without tests, yeah, because we have a backup from this anyway. We can deploy it. To UAT. I don't know why this happened, but it happened. On the other hand, we will go to the prod again as well. We will take a backup of the prod. In the meantime, we have, okay, it's already a backup, great. And we will just deploy to the prod environment. Good. Go to the deployment itself. Deployment success. Actually, by now it should create everything properly, so we just do this. Create a new file. Let's say test 5. We're taking the ID, we're going to copy. We will move this back. Actually, we erased the folder, that's why we have to erase the folder here as well. We deleted the ID or the file as well, that's why we have to put in the new file. Paste this and put it back to test, save. Then we need to delete the folder. It's really important that you at first change the Buchungsordner and then you delete the one, yeah? Because otherwise you would have the error that something has been deleted. Yeah? Oh, okay. We forgot to deploy this in UAT. My bad. Yeah, that was my bad. So let's make sure that in dev.int everything has been deployed. Take not this one. And by now it should work like it has worked, yeah. But in here actually the deployment should be fine. Because in here we have got everything actually. Let's go to the classes itself. And our indicator is the US108 test. And it is existing in here. But we don't have the US108 itself. Okay, maybe we didn't need to. It's done in here, and also let's say I hope the deployment in dev.int has been fine. Yeah, okay. So deployment has been fine, so it's going to be fine. Let's say the UAT is going to be fine, but let us make sure that we have the right data. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, okay. And now we are changing it to the right folder, right? Save this. Now it should be changed again. But it's not a right algorithm actually. It's not the right algorithm. So something in here went wrong. So something is wrong in the deployment. Something is wrong in the deployment. Yeah, that is what we have to figure out. So what we have to figure out is put this on the left hand side, and this one is going to go into the right hand side. And something went wrong with the classes. The tests don't matter. What matters is the Google Docs naming. So let's put it to this one. Close the other parts. Set it as first item. And go to another one. Yes, they are the same. That's going to be fine. The left hand side is this. And the right hand side is this. Compare, set as first. Compare. Okay, so something changed in there. As you can see here. But it should be fine again. So after deployment, it should have been fine. Yeah? Google Launchpad controller. The routine. Set as first. And compare them to each other. Yes, that is clearly different. But by now it should be fine actually. What changed is also the comments in there. Let's just open up the routines, and with this indicator we should be fine. Hello. Okay, now it didn't change, as you can see. Today it didn't change. It's a little bit strange actually. Okay, we indef, my bad. The class itself. Yeah, that's the right indicator because of the time. And by now we got to have until at 10, right? Yeah, at 10. I don't know, actually it should work like it works. It is a different behavior. But why? That's the question. Okay. We will keep this question until the next episode, I would say. And by now it's not working, actually. It's only taking, it's not taking the right field. Let's investigate this next time, okay? Have a nice day. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe and comment whatever you want. Have a nice day.